All right, so Kim Burrell. I was trying to go to sleep last night, and all of a sudden, my timeline, Facebook, Twitter, is blowing up over a sermon that you preached, more so about homosexuals and homosexuality, and how it's running rampant, and the homosexuality in your church. And you addressed it in an apology video, I guess, overnight. You were probably up. If I was you, I would have been up because people were really pissed with what you had to say and how you said it. And, this discussion in the church is an age-old discussion. It's one that's had all the time. Especially in black churches, there are so many people that are openly homosexual and functioning in roles within the church. Sometimes it's addressed, sometimes it's not. It's interesting that some churches address it more than they address other sin that's also running rampant in that same church. But I'm not going to even go down that. I want to talk about, just like I talked about with the Eddie Long video, about love. And it was not what you said, Kim, but it was the way that you said it. And you came back in your apology video and you were like, I love y'all. I love people. I love, no. Let me tell you why that's not true, Kim. I'm not judging you. I don't know you personally. And like you said, a lot of people are trying to judge what you said and how you said it, and they don't know you. I don't have to judge you, but we can address what you said. And let's talk about the way that you said it. In your video, you talked about being from the old school, and this is the way that they did it. I have to believe that if you had said this 10 to 15 years ago and viral was a thing then, you wouldn't have wanted it taken down. You would have stood by that and said, that's the Bible, that's the old school, that's the way that they do it, that's the way that they believe. And there are a lot of great things that come from the old school. Hate is one of those things that needs to stay in the old school. Like, you don't win anything with hate. You don't win new believers. You don't reach people. You don't change people. Your message falls on deaf ears. And I just have trouble with people aligning their hate with the word of God. I've said this so many times in the last week, but God is not misogynistic. He's not racist. He's not oppressive. He's not homophobic. Christians that hide behind that banter and say that God hates sin, and so that's why you are those things, that's full out bullshit. And I know some of y'all really have issues with me. I'm a Christian. I don't like to call myself that. I love Jesus and I cuss a lot, but sometimes I gotta say the word to get my point across. Hate is not how you win people. And I don't know how that message falls on deaf ears. And in the church, I don't know if we believe that we're doing the right thing as we talk so much hate. And Kim, it's not what you said. A lot of it is what you said, but to me, it's how you said it. And you came back and talked about how it's all love. You love people and people that know you. I have just I gotta be like, I'm gonna jump into my profession for a minute. Get you some good PR, because good PR would not, preacher, singer, whatever you are, they would not. They're not gonna preach your sermons for you, but your social media needs to be controlled. And that's a lot of you preachers out here. You're saying things that you can't stand by. You're saying things that, and forgive me, my eyes are low. I'm tired. Up early, but I gotta get this. I just had to get this out before the day goes on. Like, this hate, those of you that are really trying to reach people, like, I'm not, to address some other people, I'm not a part of a church. I have been in the past. I grew up in the church. I'm not in nobody's church, so I'm telling you what I believe based on my personal relationship that I still have with Jesus. And I think people that have these relationships, there are people that need these relationships. And we spend so many, church people especially, you spend so much time in those churches and with church people, you've forgotten how to get the message of the Lord out. And Kim made it clear. She was talking to the people in her church. But as a pastor, you got to know, in the age of Facebook, in the age of social media, this stuff gets out. Do better, church. Do better. We all need to do better. But Kim Burrell, like, it wasn't love. Your message of love was not conveyed in that in that sermon. And my charge to anybody preaching the gospel, Love has to be a part of your message. You want to reach people? Love people. That's how you reach people. Love them. Nothing else. Y'all be blessed.